Alright, so we're back with another segment of my power leveling challenge, the Marksman Hunter that I've been leveling up. And uh, what I did was we skipped the Red Ridge zone when the automatic setup for the guide told us to go there because I wanted to show you the dynamic questing. We hit level 30, and I decided we're going to go back and do the Red Ridge quest now. I like that quest line. Because of the dynamic questing zones, you can go back there anytime. I think it scales to 60, and it makes it worth doing that zone. But I want to talk real quick about BFA and show you two things in particular. One, in the guide here, and you can go to wowguides.org and get more information about the guide I use. It's got all kinds of stuff, as you can see here on the screen. I won't bore you with all the details. I've done it enough. But go to wowguys.org and you can check it all out. But if you go to the leveling section, look right here. Battle for Azeroth, 110 to 120. They've already got the folder set up. Today is August 1st. BFA launches on August 14th. I don't know about you, but I'm going to have my 110 to 120 guide the day the expansion drops. I'm getting out in front of all these mobs of people that are going to be trying to figure out where the quests are, how to do them, and all that. I'm going to follow the guide, and I'm going to get out in front and not have to deal with all that madness. I've done it every expansion since Wrath of the Lich King. It's the way to go. So I just wanted to show you that these guys are for real. I've been using this guide for, well, these guides, I should say. It's not just a leveling guide. It's got everything: dungeons, dailies, events, achievements, blah, blah, blah. Check it out, wowguides.org. But the battle app for Azeroth is already set up in there and ready to go. They'll drop all the questing paths in there, and you'll be ready to go at expansion. But another thing that I wanted to talk about was war mode. And even if you're not a PvP player, at least when BFA launches, when you start at 110, select war mode for two reasons. One, you get 10% additional quest rewards and experience. Yes, it does enable world PvP, but remember, Horde and Alliance are starting on their own islands, so you're not really going to see many Horde, or if any Horde at all. So take that 10% while you can get it. You can always go back to Stormwind or Orgrimmar and turn it off whenever you want. The other thing is it makes the PvP talents active while you're questing. You can pick talents that are going to help you kill faster and level faster. So just wanted to talk about that real quick. A couple other generic tips. I'm going to go ahead and head on out. Again, the guide is telling me to go to the flight path and head to Eastvale Logging Camp. That's the closest flight path that we have to Red Ridge. And we're going to continue this guide. We hit 1 to 30. We're averaging about 12 minutes playtime per level, which is actually pretty exceptional. It's a little slow for me, so I'm starting to feel a little bit of an impact of the stat crunch. Before I forget, one other thing about the guide I use and using it to level in BFA. Remember, you're going to have a mission board like you did in Draenor and like you did in Legion, whether you like it or not. There's a mission board, and the guide always integrates mission board tasks in your leveling guide, so it makes sure that you're also working those missions while you're leveling. It'll integrate whatever BFA requirements are for, artifacts or whatever they integrate. I didn't play beta. I'm one of those guys that I like to be surprised when an expansion drops. I don't want to know everything about an expansion before it hits. I want it to be kind of new and fresh to me. So But the guys that create this guide, they think of everything. They always have. It's phenomenal how they'll make sure you're doing everything you need to do while you're leveling 110 to 120. So we're going to head over the Red Ridge and continue our power leveling challenge. 12 minutes per level, 1 to 30. We're going to work on some levels again today, maybe to 40. I'm not sure. I have. I'm kind of. I'll be honest with you. I'm kind of addicted to the whole marksman hunter right now. I don't know if you saw the stream I had yesterday, but real quick, I was watching Swifty stream the other day, and a guy had a marksman hunter, and he was dueling and one-shotting Swifty, literally one-shotting him, and I didn't really pay much attention to it, but I did realize what he was doing. The next day, yesterday, I found a. All right, so the guy's telling us to get some tarantula eyes. Well, I just happen to know there's some over here, so we're gonna go ahead and start killing them. I found a video where a guy had a build that he was using, that he was calling the one-shot build, and I decided to give it a shot, and got about a half a dozen one-shots on my basically noob 110 marksman hunter. He's wearing one legendary. He's item level 202, so he's not even geared, and I'm not very good at him, to be honest. I don't play him that much. But I got about a half a dozen legit one-shots doing that stream, and a bunch of ones where just a secondary shot. I blew him up enough that the secondary shot took him down. So some other generic leveling, but anyway, I'm going to knock out some levels here. I'm bouncing around all over the place today. I'm going to knock out some levels here because I want to go back and I want to do some more of that hunter one-shot stuff to see if I can get a little better at it. And it's just fun. It's way too much fun, and it's going to get nerfed at some point, so I'm going to enjoy it while I can. So a couple of just generic leveling tips for any tune, new players or what have you. What are you doing, Fox? I didn't. Bags. Bags are huge. Upgrade bags early and often if you can. If you're making alts and you got a 110 tune, buy the most expensive bags you can buy. It keeps you out leveling longer without having to stop and vendor or find a mailbox. And you also want to always have a tune in town that you can mail items to. It'll save you a ton of time. Stay out of the major city, stay out of the auction house. There's nothing for you there while you're leveling. You're wasting gold, honestly. I hear players all the time talk about they don't have any gold. Look, if you didn't waste the gold that you made leveling, honestly, you'd have a ton of gold. And you don't need to buy gear. You get all the gear you need, especially if you get heirlooms. You don't need to buy anything. But even if you're a new player and you don't have heirlooms, you get all the gear you need by leveling, honestly. By the way, aim shot is ridiculous for marksman, and if you come back later after I'm done doing this and check out my stream, I'm going to be doing some more of the one shot, and it's just way too much fun, and it's going to get nerfed, so I don't know what the heck I did there. But yeah, if you have a tune in town that you can mail stuff to, there is no faster way. And then you can log on that too whenever you want. And vendor or auction, whatever you can do with the stuff that you mailed. I will say marksman is a little slow, but I think that's a product of BFA itself, and that they're, you know, trying to make the game a little more challenging without totally pissing off the ultra casual player base, which is, you know, their money. But I like what they've done so far. I have no complaints about it. But yeah, if it's the first time you've watched one of my WoW challenge videos and you're wondering what this little box down here is and this thing here, it's the guide I use. It's a whole guide set, honestly. It's got all kinds of stuff. But I use it for power leveling. Um, Trust me, you can find all kinds of people that will debate the fastest way to level in WoW, and with BFA, I think that debate is going to kind of is going to end a little bit because of not so much the stat crunch, I think, but because of uh, dungeons, for lack of a better term, being a little more difficult. If you played WoW for a long time, you know there's really nothing that's that difficult, but they make challenge dungeon running a little more of a challenge. So if you get in bad groups and you start wiping, oh my god, just auto updated for me. Thank you. It can slow your leveling down tremendously. PvP has not been a viable option for leveling for a long time, so um, that's definitely not the way to go. Um, Quite honestly, leveling is the way that Blizzard intended, or questing, I'm sorry, questing is the way Blizzard intended everyone to level, and they're kind of getting back to that. And like I said, I've been using these guides since Burning Crusade. They started off as just regular leveling guides, but they got all kinds of stuff in there now. If you don't know how, if you're new to the game, they have dungeon raid guides. If you like cranking titles or achievements, they've got title and achievement guides. If you like collecting mounts or battle pets, um, they've got that. I did a stream the other night about hunter pets. There's a whole module in here for finding that'll take you to pretty much any hunter pet you want. And we picked up 3 real quick, tamed 3 hunter pets, rare hunter pets for my yeah, we're gonna go over here for my 110 hunter that I'm gonna do the one-shot stream here in a little bit. But I wanted to work a little bit on the leveling challenge, get some levels, see where we're at. I do feel like maybe it's ramping up a little more experience per level. Look at the one-shot. Aim shot even at a low level is still pretty powerful. And it's that part of it is that careful aim. 50% chance to deal 100% bonus damage to a target's above 80%. So if you're leveling, obviously Wow, what a new move that was. You're obviously attacking mobs that are 100% health. So you get a 50% chance of hitting them with double damage. It's going to one-shot them every time. Like that. And then when you can see when you don't, you still do significant damage. Telling you come back when I finish this up and start doing the 110 stream in Battlegrounds, you'll see it's crazy. It's just stupid. I'm sitting here rambling, jacking my jaw, and the guy's like, yo, dude, you forgot something over here. No, I got those. I got to get the orders, right? I was in the right place. I didn't see him there. Did I see him? Boy, my mind is all over. I'm just scatterbrained today. Oh, yep, there they are. And the guy's going, yeah, dude, they're right there. Duh. So yeah, on the war mode thing, as a low level, obviously you gotta weigh your options. If you're gonna get ganked a lot, it's gonna slow down your leveling time. It might not be worth it, and it can be a kind of a situational thing as well, depending on the zone you're in. You know, some zones are heavily populated, both Horde and Alliance. Some zones you may just see your faction, and it's easy. Um, you can't just assume I'm on a PvE server and I can turn it on and I don't have to worry about it. That's all changed. There is no PvP or PvE servers. It's literally phased by turning war mode on and off. All right, we're going to Captain Parker again. Real quick, the guide shows he's at the top of the tower. That's how I need to come up here. We're going to turn in a couple of quests. We picked up a quest, and we're moving on. I mean, if you want to be able to hit Battle for Azeroth and do the quest lines this simple, you're going to have a guide just like this with the arrow and the step-by-step. I love it. I'll be honest, again, without being able to use this add-on, I probably wouldn't level tunes anymore. And not because I don't enjoy the game, it's just because, quite honestly, I'm spoiled. It makes leveling a lot more fun. And it gives you a whole bunch of other stuff. WildGuides.org. Check it out, man. It's phenomenal set of all kinds of guides in one add-on. Wow, I screwed around on this tune a little bit, and I've been sitting at level 30 too long for a tune that's supposed to be my power leveling challenge tune. That's alright. You get the idea.
Hey there. King's honor, friend. Be careful.
And again, the guy will always have you set your hearth to where it makes more sense to set it. Where you want, bro? Alright, this guy keeps opening a tray window with me. We're going to set our hearth here. It's doing it because it knows at some point it's going to want me to hearth back here to save some time.
Need help?
But yeah, I mean, the war mode thing, the 10% is just huge. Especially as you get higher level. 10% is a lot. But you gotta, if you're not comfortable or you're one of them people that just kind of rages at the thought of PvP, then leave it off. It's gonna take, just realize it's gonna take you a little longer to level. But no reason not to do it when you hit 110 at BFA. You're not gonna see Horde, at least for a while. So go for it. Get those bags, man. If you don't have the max bags, you gotta get your max bags for sure. About to hit 31.
I need a target.
Stupid. One shot. There's level 31. Alright, we're going to pop one more level real quick just to see if we're not BSing around like I was before, how quickly we can hit another level.
I don't have a target. I need a target.
Boy, if aim shot wasn't on a cooldown, it would be so devastating.
I need a target. I don't have a target. I need a target. I don't have a target. I need to get closer. I need a target. I don't have a target. I need a target.
I can literally take a tune with this guide from brand new level 1 to the current level cap in a couple days playtime. It's just, I think I've done it at like an average of like an hour a level total, which is crazy. Actually, it was less than that. I want to say it was like 40 minutes a level, all the way up to the level cap.
can I do for you?
And there you go again. I have it set up to automatically accept quest rewards based upon my class and spec. And if you get an upgrade, this little window pops up and says, "Hey, you got an upgrade. Here's why it's an upgrade. Would you like to equip it?" You can hit yes if you can hit decline if you don't want to, but hit equip and it automatically puts it on for you.
Need help?
It's very cool.
What can I do for you?
Yeah, I think at level 30 I spent way too much time off stream screwing around. And again, something I tell you guys not to do. So it's really going to skew my leveling time, but that's alright. You guys get the point. And if you want, just go to wowguides.org and you'll see everything this add-on has to offer. It is the best World of Warcraft add-on, period. I wouldn't even debate it with anybody, because if you haven't used it, one, you have no idea. And if you have used it for any period of time, you definitely... I got ganked. There we go. But this is the debate about whether it's worth it to keep war mode on if you're trying to power level. I mean, if you're not trying to power level, and some people figure PvP is a part of the game, some people absolutely hate it. But this guy's just going to kill me over and over again, I'm pretty sure. It's definitely brought a different aspect to the game, particularly for those of us who play on PvE servers.
Need a target.
Of course, if you want to play on a PvE server, just leave war mode off and you don't have to worry about it. That's just the way it works. But we didn't lose much of anything time-wise there. So yeah, you got to weigh out getting ganked because you're still getting 10% bonus, which is gigantic. It really is. Maybe not so much at these levels, but when you start hitting 100 or higher, 10% experience is a lot of experience. Couple more crates. One more belt we need. That's it. We'll snag 2 supply crates. I guess that guy just decided he wanted to rip through and kill a couple low levels and be on his way. I haven't seen him since. so that's it. Boop.
I don't have a target.
And you can see for yourself. Oh, there we go. How the guide just constantly updates. It knows what you've completed, moves you along to the next step.
I need a target. I don't have a target. I need a target. I don't have a
Yeah, I tell you, as I'm sitting here doing this, all I can think about is that Marksman Hunter one-shot build. I gotta get back over and start playing it some more. It's just too much fun. Probably the most fun I've had in PvP in a long time. And you're kind of playing sniper, so you're basically just kind of trying to stay in the background, out of the fray, and pick people off. Basically, you're a sniper. It's very cool. But you're a sniper who has, at least for now, a stupid build that enables you to kill current max level tunes with one shot.
I need a target.
Like that. Just like that.
I need a target.
Look at that little mini boss one shot, bam, aim shot. Very cool. Heading out of the cave. I know I don't loot a lot, but look, I've got max level tunes that do my gold farming for me when I'm trying to power level. I don't really care about copper from low level mobs. Obviously, if you're a new player, you don't have all the gold. You do care, so. I'm guessing this guy just may have killed Yowler, but we'll see. No, he did not. Very cool. And dead. You gotta get one of these Ettins over here. Go around this way. Should see one.
I need a target.
There's one.
It's too far away.
Ah, come on now. Why do I always have problems with this guy? There we go. Come on, buddy. Oh, it was already doing it. I'm sitting here freaking out. Oh, by that was at level 32, so we went from 31 to 32 in just 10 minutes. So you kind of get the idea. I'm going to keep this guy up and keep going with him. But check out wildguides.org for the guide I've been using here. You'll see all the other guides it's got in there. Remember, consider war mode at 110. You're not going to see horde or much of horde at all, and you're going to be in areas that are saturated with allies. So even if they can get there, it would be silly. They're just going to get slaughtered. So take that 10% experience boost and talk to you later. I'm going to come back on my stream with my 110, testing out that one shot build later.